Okay, so the ideal solution is still something that fits inside of a single expression pedal like footprint because of pedal board real estate, where the toe press would um, like basically map off of volume and onto a secondary parameter. And then the second toe press would map off of the secondary parameter and back to the volume, all within the same program. That would be the ideal. What I like about the Mission Engineering product is that it has a very similar sweep physically to the Dunlop, so I can operate them with one foot. If I had to add a third expression pedal, I wouldn't be able to operate everything at the same time. And then if I add a MIDI controller, even a smaller footprint one like the Line 6 FBV4 Mark II, which I have one of those, now I'm adding a second pedal board, but stranger things have happened. So I think I have a new question about the SPH9, but we'll get to that. So I found a workaround. So basically, this is a new question to the SPH9, but again, that's the ideal. But this is a workable workaround, except for one thing about it. And then just to keep this shot before I wave the camera around, this cable here, the one that was like more recommended or whatever, this one didn't do as well with this new workaround as these cables, which these ones are TRS everywhere. TRS, 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 and so there's two stereo cables. But with these cables, and I'll explain the reason in a second, but with these cables, the workaround is inside of, what is that? System, external control. If I set aux switch, and then for whatever reason, this cable and this configuration, whatever, I can use aux switch 4 or 5, but if I set it to increment and load, you probably already know where I'm going with this. I can have two programs, one program here, where the volume is configured to expression pedal, but the secondary parameter is not. And then the next program in line, this is no longer mapped to expression pedal, and this is, and the result is such that when I'm on this program and I'm expressing, I'm doing my volume swells. And when I'm in this program and I'm expressing, I'm now changing the octave or the pitch or whatever, right? Or whatever, whatever I want that secondary expression to be. Here's where it falls apart. It's that in order to go from here to increment and load, I basically have to double click, but it's not like it's not very predictable. So it's click once. That time it went, right? Here I'm going to click again, nothing. Click again, it goes. Click again, nothing. Click again, it goes. So every other click, it increments and loads. So if I'm live, I can, I mean, I don't know. That's what's scary about it, is if I think I'm on one and I'm on the other and I'm not, and then it increments and loads, and I wasn't ready for that. I was trying to get ready. You see where I'm going with that. Live, I'd like to just be 100% sure. So basically live, I'd like one click to increment and load, not this every other click business. Now with this cable configuration, whether I set that to switch 4 or switch 5, it's the same. It's always every other click that increments and loads. With the other cable configuration, the Y cable I just showed, the problem is that just expressing will increment and load. So, so again, right back at the top, that's what's ideal. If the SPH9 does that, then all this is for nothing. But even if the SPH9 only increments and loads on a single toe press rather than the double or the every other toe press, then it's at least predictable and I know what I'm going to get when I toe press, instead of like, am I on the first click or am I on the second click? There's no indicator light. There's no way to know for sure if it's going to go or if it's not. So yeah, any help in this direction would be awesome too. Thanks.